Good morning, Libra. How are you guys? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. I know I've said it in every video so far for the month of June. It's been a minute since I've gotten some videos out, Libra, and I do apologize for the delays throughout May. May was crazy busy for me. You know, just a human here trying to juggle all aspects of life. So thank you for hanging in there with me, for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, for sticking around to the channel. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. So thank you for that. Libra, I was doing some meditating. I heard creative and artistic endeavors, and then the shadow side. So, the thing that I thought about, what triggered, thought process in me, is that these messages were coming through from Spirit, was July 16th, we are getting ready to move into the Libra, or Aries and Libra trine, where those nodes are going to be highlighted. So I will say this to you: if you are a Libra, obviously, more than likely, if you're here, if you have Libra placements, and as well as Aries, things are going to start to shift. Things are going to start to change. You're going to be dealing with a lot of karmic kind of things. We've seen Scorpio and Taurus go through it in the last couple of years, especially the last 18 months. Prepare yourself, Libra. A lot of stuff may be coming to the surface right now. There were a few other messages, and I can't remember exactly what they were already. They come in, and sometimes it takes a little bit for them to come back around. So, Libra, we're going to dive into your reading and see what comes up for the month of June for 2023. That's what this reading will be for. And of course, my goal is always to get more videos out throughout the month, but we will see. Put no promises, because every time I do that, something seems to go haywire. So there's that. So Libra, this will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If you are tuning in, welcome to the channel as well. Discern the messages accordingly, guys. We know that not everything is going to fit. Please do not force it to fit. You will just complicate life more than it already is sometimes, right? I am available back and available for personal readings as well. And that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. And then you can check me out at holisticallyzenwv.com, where you'll find more about the products and services that I offer and the things that I do outside of YouTube. And that's another way to reach out to me. Okay? All right, Libra, let's see. Let's see what comes up for you guys for the month of June, right? All right, Libra. Going on for Libra Spirit for the month of June. Alright, Libra. Into me I see and open to discovery. When I started the June series of readings, those two cards came out for the other signs. I can't remember which one it was specifically, but we'll see. We'll see. Tall tale. Spirit is saying truth coming to light, and I will tell you, right off the bat, Capricorn's reading. They dealt with a lot of deception in their reading, dealing with things that just, they weren't so pleasant. This card, and it may have been Taurus as well, that this card came out for. It's this feeling of trying to make amends. This land in between, this tall tale is coming out to me as maybe there's been some deception around some various things. And Libra, this could be you, and this could be the opposite, right? Roles reverse as it applies. Where there may have been some situations, and now all of a sudden it's like, shit, this didn't work out the way that I thought it would through this deception. It's time to bridge these gaps. Right now seems to really be like a time of things coming to light. Why? I'm not real certain, and I haven't really followed up on the astrology lately, like I usually do. But I will tell you that something is circulating. And in Gemini season 2, as we're in Gemini season now, also looking at the fact that they tend to be very indecisive. So you may be going back and forth trying to decide what it is that you're going to do and how you're going to handle situations moving forward as well. The letters A and T stand out to me significantly too, so what that means exactly, I'm not sure, but for some of you that may strike a chord. Seeing beyond, yeah. there's clarity coming out around stories that are not so accurate. Everything isn't black and white right now for you guys. I think that whatever this conflict, this deception, these smoke and mirrors kind of energy that has occurred for you guys, you're realizing that it's not serving you, or perhaps the person you're dealing with, this is not serving them. But there's also a recognition to the fact that shit has to change. That maybe you've got yourself into something with somebody or a situation itself that I almost feel like you're getting tired of playing the game, whatever that game is for you, Libra. Tired of playing the back and forth, tired of open to discovery. You're ready for something new. You're ready to step outside of this conflict, this excuse me, this mess, whatever has been brought to light. And you know, I'm gonna say this, the royal you, when I see this kind of energy, what this is signifying to me is that it's almost like you bit off more than you could chew. You maybe didn't think that things would go as far as they have, and now it's like you're just tired of being a part of whatever this situation is. 7-7 here reminds me of conflict. 8 is starting a new cycle. 9 can be some struggle and strife along the way to get there, right? So I'm going to say this, we all, it doesn't matter what sign you are, we've all got light and dark in us, right? Like there's the evolved or the unevolved, as I can't talk today, God, as I've always called it. But behind the surface of everything, there is always this good that lives within us. And I feel like, Libra, that that's where you want to go. Maybe not quite sure how to get there. It's where you want to head. You want to see what else is out there, because whatever this illusionary energy has been that has brought in wave after wave after wave of just another layer to the situation, like you're tired, you're wearing down as a result of whatever this is. So let's see I'm hearing from spirit, just be honest. So, and if this is you not expressing your feelings or not expressing everything that you need to express because maybe you're afraid that you're going to hurt somebody's feelings, or you're just not being authentic, be the authentic true you. Just say how it is that you feel. Tell the truth. Stand in your truth, right? But it's time for new things to take shape for you. All right, for Libra. Okay. Greeting wellness and opening my mind. That opening the mind, that third eye there, the seeing beyond, kind of the same energy. Is you're looking out to the horizon as to what is next to come. This greeting wellness balances the key to a life of infinite miracles. What I will say to that is that I get this feeling around your health at this time. It's like you may be trying to balance, you may be alchemizing water, and I don't know why folate is coming up, but that's what they're giving me, so we're going to go with it. So there's like this need to alchemize the healthy things for yourself. So it's taking care of the body, taking care of the mind. But I also feel like that in that, maybe you are putting your focus into your body, that sort of thing. But there's a meme that I've seen on Facebook over and over and over again that says that you can work on your body, you know, but you got to get your mind and your soul right. And that's very important, because the holistic approach, you know, we all should be holistically looking at ourselves in general, is to understand that it's not just about what we look like, it's about what's within us. And when we carry things from the past, hello, we have a visitor. When we carry things from the past, we might physically be okay in the sense of the outward appearance, but are we internally okay? And I think that's a very big thing. And I think that there's things that have come to light for you, that you're recognizing that maybe your body is in a good space, or you're working on getting your body into a good space, but the mind and the heart, the emotions, are now in the forefront, and you're starting to realize Spirit is saying some old traumas and triggers of things that are bringing other things to the surface for you that now need to be addressed. And this tall tale could also just be an illusion that you've been telling yourself, that everything was fine, that everything was good, that you didn't have any worries or concerns anymore, that maybe you'd hit a plateau of life is good. But I do think that there are some things under the surface there that really need to be addressed within you. Opening my mind. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. And there you go again, Libra. Where again, the tall tale is, what have you been telling yourself about yourself? You know, I think that you are coming into a place where maybe you thought that you were good to go, right? And that's cool. Like we all get there, right? Like we're like, oh, okay, I got this figured out. But then we recognize there's other things within us that need to change and to be addressed. And I will say for some of you, I think that's going to be a really, Spirit's giving me the word treacherous word or road moving forward. And for others of you, I think that you're going to struggle a little bit, but overall embrace the changes that are coming through for you. Everybody handles it different. I say it all the time. We are all going through the same thing, but we're all going through different situations, but the end result of the feelings are still the same. We're still human beings, right? It's still in our innate nature to be that way. I'm sorry, the cat is feeling some kind of way this morning. Apparently he's deprived of love, energy, and attention, he thinks. So, all right, Libra, let's get into the rest of your reading. We're 11:51 into it already. All right, Spirit for Libra. What does Libra need to know for the month of June? Excuse me. 5 of Cups in the reverse. I'm hearing regret. There may be regret surrounding a situation. Maybe you jumped into something a little too quickly. It is kind of how that feels to me. And some Scorpio energy there. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Let's see what else comes out. Yeah, Knight of Swords. There's, you know, Libra, if I remember right in May, I think when I didn't, okay. We've got a kitty that's stuck here. Here, you can say hi. Say hi to everybody. Yes, and now we're going to go. I got stuff to do. In May, I said to you guys, I think it was about some anger kind of thing, if I remember correctly. It's been a while, obviously. But I feel like either somebody is angry with you or you're angry with yourself. Or you could be angry at somebody else as well. But with this 5 of Cups in the reverse and the Knight of Swords, you know, that Knight of Swords, he comes rushing in. He's acting. He's not thinking. He should be thinking, but he's not. He can be a little foolish. He can be a little aggressive. You may feel as if somebody's been out to hurt you. You may be on the opposite end of that, you know. But I feel like there's regret tied to this, and I feel like those emotions are coming to the surface, and it's a lot of frustrating energy that is tied to the past when it comes to this. The Magician in the reverse. Things not coming to fruition the way that you had hoped. Some of you, there may be a pause, there may be some, I'm getting unexpected financial situations with money as well, where maybe you thought things were pretty solid, this was going to be a clear-cut whatever, and now you're finding out that this is not the case. I think that the potential of a lot of things that you thought a particular situation had, again, some things are coming to light that they're not what you thought they were. They're not working out the way that you had hoped them to be. I will say this overall, Libra, right now, mostly minor arcanas, which, and I think it might have been Cancer's reading, I said, you know, when I see that kind of energy, those are interchangeable energies that will switch from moment to moment and day to day. When you start dealing with the major arcanas, what you end up, the Sun and 3 of Pentacles, the inability to cooperate and work with each other is being illuminated through the Sun. Major arcanas cannot be changed. They're destined. They're fated. They're fated events. But the Minor Arcana is foretelling of the little things that we need to critique. Okay? So, the Moon, Libra, the Moon. Hiding your emotions, hiding your feelings. You may be dealing with somebody who's hiding their emotions and hiding their feelings. If you're coming off aggressively, or you're dealing with somebody that's coming off aggressively, that Five of Swords, defeat, right? It's like, I'm going to take what's mine and I don't care what you're left with and I'm out of here. This aggressive energy is not serving whoever this is, whether this is you or somebody else, Libra. Spirit is saying, the way the messages are coming in are much slower this morning, so bear with me. There's only one way out and you will be alive. Like, I don't know if you think this is like the end of the world situation or whatever. I feel like each of you are going through a lot of various things right now, in different formats. And it's like, Spirit is telling you, like, you're going to come out of this alive. You might come out with some bumps and bruises. You might come out with your ass handed to you in certain situations, but you're still going to come out alive. It's not the end of the world. I think there's a need to it's almost like I'm hearing cheating the system too, side note to that. But it's like you're trying to get around certain things, you know, unscathed kind of feeling. More card for the sign of Libra, the Eight of Swords. Understand, guys, that this energy comes in with the Ace of Pentacles underneath. What else do we got? Four of Wands in the reverse and Justice. There you are, Libra. You may have set yourself up on a path that you thought would be fruitful. You know, you might have been in something for the long term, the long haul. But the things that aren't working out right now are trying to clear a path for you for new beginnings. You have this Ace of Pentacles. I'm hearing rebuild. It is time to rebuild something. With the Six of Wands in reverse, you know, that's losses. I feel there's a need to cut your losses when it comes to certain things. Not having the tools. I think you thought you had the tools for certain aspects. But it's leaving you in a very stuck place. Like your own thought process is very much getting in the way of what it is that you're trying to accomplish. You've kept yourself tied and bound to something that doesn't serve you. Whatever that is, that, you know, individually that's for each of you, but I really think that this is about a preconceived idea, needing to forgive situations. Again, with that Five of Cups, if it's not regret, there's the need to forgive. And that's something I think that you're not quite comfortable with. You're not quite ready to make amends with this, or you might be in this space of recognizing that these things need to occur. But it's letting the pride and the ego go long enough to do that. And I think that's kind of what's getting in the way here. When I see that Magician in the reversed, he can be a master manipulator. He can be sly. He can be vengeful. He can be lots of things. And when I see that Eight of Swords underneath that, you wonder why you're stuck in a thought process. It's because of where your mental space is. It doesn't lead. The only, you know, I got the Five of Cups in the reversed and the Six of Wands in the reverse. It doesn't lead to victory and success. It doesn't lead to healing the grief of the past. And that Four of Wands, I mean, honest to God, guys, like, if I'm going to see cards in reverse, I certainly don't want it to be the Four of Wands. And I definitely do not want it to be the Six of Wands. Or the Magician, for that matter. Where I think you thought you were building a stable foundation, it's not working out that way. My allergies have been a bitch, just saying. It's one of those deals. But Libra, things may not feel fair and balanced. You may not feel like you have things to celebrate. I think that you're going to be given an opportunity elsewhere. If you're buying a home, something's not working out with it, don't see it as, why is this happening to me? What is this showing me? Where is this leading me? Is more of where you want to address that to. If other things aren't working out in your favor, why? What did you do, what, we all play a part in our own actions. What our situations, our actions, we take part in it, whether things work out or don't work out. Even if you're really not at fault per se, we still should be using that as a learning curve as to how to do things differently, so the next time we don't find ourselves in a similar situation. And I think that that's the thing here, is now that you're recognizing that you have faults, and it's okay to have faults, that ego's getting in the way, right? Now you have to address those faults. And that can be really difficult, a very difficult thing to do. That moon with that tall tail and that 5 of Cups in the reverse, lies and illusions. I said it when we opened the reading, and I'm saying it again. Lies and illusions. You can stand on your own preface of what it is that you feel this is, or how you felt about a particular situation or person. But that moon card there is asking you to see it differently, to come out of the mud and the muck, to emerge into the next phase. I don't know what you guys have going on, but I feel like this reading is pretty specific for some of you. I don't think it's going to resonate with all of you. Spirit is just saying to me that the facts got bent, and that is, I don't know if you were the one bending the facts or somebody else, but that's causing a lot of that mental energy for you, being tied up and bound to a situation. All right, Libra, let's see. Let's do some clarifying here. We're 2140 into it. I told you a cycle, excuse me, a cycle is trying to close out, and there it is, the World card with the Page of Pentacles. And I do think that you're apprehensive in moving forward into something. It's like you're holding back from knowing, you know what you need to do, but you're holding back. You're not willing to take that first step to make things right, or what would feel better for you. There's a need to want to be open. I will say, like, there's this, it's like a tug of war, an internal tug of war is what I'm feeling here. All right. Whoa, that's too many. Let me take a look at those. Too many cards, too many cards. All right, let's see here. Spirit. 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups, 4 of Cups over top of those, guys. Your cups are not full, okay? Your cups are not full. I think you're trying to strategize a way out of this, and it's kind of what I said earlier, like, you're kind of like looking back at this, and it means you're going to have to get very clear about your own partaking in whatever these situations are, and I feel like you're just not willing to do that. You're seeing all of the losses and none of the benefits to where you're heading. And Spirit is saying doing it your own way. So I don't know what that's about, but like, there's a need to do it your own way. And I'm not going to say in a stubborn sense, but it's to learn how to do it differently. That Page of Swords is, learning, communication. Let someone else lead the way for you for a little while. I think someone wants to show you something different. And they're messengers. Those pages are messengers. Be mindful too, Spirit is saying, about contracts. And we have the Justice card back there, but it's like you're gonna have to walk a fine line in what you're doing. You may be reading and researching a way to get yourself out of a mess or something to that effect. So, like I said, if you're buying a house or something, I know we're out of Mercury retrograde, but Mercury retrogrades seem to linger so much. I'm so glad we're out of the month of May. But it's like these messengers are coming in, or these researchers or something to that, but you need to look at the fine print. You need to be detailed about what it is that you're doing, so that you don't have things in the future. There's that damn 5 of Cups again. Saying the IRS, PS, by the way, so make sure you're taking care of your tax liabilities. But I feel like where you thought things were going to be very different, they're not. Like, if you set something up, let's say this way, if you've set something up in the past, whether it's a relationship or a job or whatever, it may have seemed shiny, bright, new. It's kind of like 7 of Cups kind of energy. but I feel that it was illusionary. It worked for a little while, but the confusion of the details that weren't worked out are starting to come through. Okay? It's kind of how that feels, and I feel like you're bored with the situation. You're not seeing your way yourself, a way out of it. I think that there may be a particular person around you who's trying to offer you some kind of goodwill, to maybe right some wrongs or change your direction. You're not seeing it. You're not seeing it. You're focused on all the things that aren't working rather than the things that are working. We need to live our lives in a space of gratitude always. Knight of Swords, Six of Wands. The Nine of Swords in the reverse. It's causing you a whole lot of stress. I have seen every cup and every sword that I don't want to see for you guys come out. And then the Death card. Again, some more Scorpio energy there. You've got some Cancer, Pisces energy here. Libra, you're here. Minor-wise, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag as well. Who you could be dealing with. I don't know, guys. Death card, Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to say this too, relationship-wise. If you have been dealing, in regards to love, this King of Cups, this King of Pentacles, so Scorpio, Taurus, Scorpio, I'm mixing up my cards, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, Aries energy as well. Maybe, again, I'm going to go back to the fact that I think that you thought something was very stable, very harmonious for a while. That Death card, something's transforming, something is changing, something is trying to complete itself. I feel like I'm hearing a new set of eyes on a situation as well. So be mindful of that. And that Nine of Swords in the reverse, you guys are driving yourselves insane right now, obsessive energy over something. And it's like you're coming in and you're fighting for the way you want things to be done. But you also have to remember that your way is not Spirit's way. And at the end of the day, the sooner you let go of the control aspects of this, the sooner your life can move forward, whether it's not in the perception that you've wanted it to be in, but it's going to happen very differently than you're wanting it to be. We can only force, we really shouldn't be forcing anything at the end of the day, but we only have control over certain situations and certain aspects of our lives, Libra. And I think that that's really where you're struggling right now, is you have an idea of how this is going to be, trying to rule with an iron fist, but you're going to have to let go. You're going to have to release yourself. And I've seen that let it go on the cut in the first deck that I was working with there, but it didn't make its way back out, and it's like that's really where the work needs to be done, is learning to let go. The sooner you surrender, the easier things will be. I feel like financially, for some of you, you may feel like you've been knocked off of your pedestal. Queen of Pentacles, and then we've got the King of Wands. The way these cards fall, manipulation again. The Queen of Pentacles, and I see the Magician in reverse with the Eight of Swords. You may feel like someone else is at fault. Again, I'm going back to that. Someone else is at fault. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, and then King of Wands. You've got Sag, Aries, and Leo there. You might be fiercely determined to see things a certain way, but I feel like somebody is turning some energy away from you at this time as well. I feel like you've got all these external circumstances, all these little things that are happening for you guys right now, and it's finding a way to balance it out and create peace, that there's got to be equal reciprocation to certain matters for each of you. The King of Wands, he wants to wear the crown, he wants to be the emperor, right? But the emperor also lives in truth and integrity. He's willing to be interchangeable. He's willing to make moves. He's willing to not be short-sighted in his best qualities. And I feel like there's a need for you to understand what it is to give and take. And I think you need to give and take with the universe. I think you need to find a space of gratitude. And I'm not saying, Libra, I'm not trying to give you ass spankings today. But this is really where this energy is sitting right now. And, I feel like this mental space that you're in is creating additional conflict because you're kind of shutting down. Again, short-sighted, seeing it one way. And I feel like you're losing the benefits of what would come if you just let go. There's a lot of looking back to the past with these cards. Looking back over the things that didn't work. And for some of you, I will say for a handful of you, the road has been very long and hard thus far. But you're finally feeling some sense of stability as a result. Like you're not seeing yourself the same way you did. And again, you may be taking care. You look at the Queen of Pentacles. She's beautiful. She's absolutely stunning, right? She's totally put together on the outside in her material world. But with that the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords there, the mental and internal conflict. I go back to that wellness, right? That mental and the internal conflict is still there. That hasn't changed. And I think that's the biggest thing for you guys right now that needs to be addressed. Libra. I will say this. Again, I said it for Cancer. Cancer, I think, had a pretty good reading. But hopefully in a week or so I can get some more readings out before I have to take care of some other things on specific dates. I would love to do another reading for you guys to see how this energy is shifting, hopefully throughout June, because this is not a place you have to stay in. And I think that that's a really important thing for you to recognize, is that you don't have to stay in this energy. If you're dealing with if this is somebody outside of you, you don't have to stay in that. Get up and walk away from it. Call a truce and walk away. If this is you dealing with the internal stuff, start putting in the work. You don't have to stay there. Staying in this illusion is not serving your higher good. It's time to free yourself of restrictions. All right, Spirit for Libra, advice for Libra. Shining Lotus. There are times when it makes sense to be discreet until you find your inner strength so that you feel empowered enough to share your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs without wavering, even in the face of a challenge. At other times, we are ready to take a risk and allow the inner lotus blossom of our true self to shine forth for all to behold. This is what I got back here with that royal you. And I talked about that in the beginning of this video. The need to open yourself up. You're open to discovery. You like the idea of it, but it's getting through that passage way. It's the rite of passage to move forward for yourself. It is your birth right. It is your human right to move forward in life. And I said, you may not be sharing. Are you communicating? Are you vocalizing? Are you saying how you're feeling about certain things? It is time to do that. And the sooner you do that, whatever this worry is, whatever this strife is, whatever this anger is, all of these negative emotions that are coming to the surface right now for you, it's time to do the healing work, because as they surface and you work through them, you're able to heal and move forward in life to the highest, best being of you that you can be. It's just really a time for change, Libra. And when I was meditating, getting the fact that, we're moving into the Libra and Aries North and South node. I can tell you as a Scorpio that being that not only am I quad Scorpio, but I had my Taurus, or my North and South node were in Taurus and Scorpio. And when those nodes go into effect, it changes everything. And if you don't know much about them, research them, Google them. The North and South node. Very important, because it will change so many aspects of your life. You will learn so many lessons in your life over this period of time. And I think it's about a 3-year period. Prepare yourself. And I'm not trying to scare you guys. Embrace it. The more you fight it, the harder it's going to be. So, and then you're going to have struggle and strife and worry. And this is the beginning for you to make major transformation, take it on. Be bold, be assertive, be fierce in it, but be flexible. Okay? Very, very important. It's time to get out of this mental trap. All right? Libra, what a video. Very, very somber energy. Like, I always pick up on that energy of the feeling, and it's almost like my head hurts from doing it. And then the way that it just comes out, where I'm very slowly working through the words of what Spirit is giving me in the cards, it's a very different energy than the readings that I've done the last couple of days. So be mindful. Just, I want to say excessively, be mindful, okay? Libra, if you found this video, 35:35 on the clock. If you found this video resonated for you, please hit that like button, subscribe, share. Feel free to comment. Keep comments nice and pleasant always. If you guys want to dive into your personal situation a bit deeper and address things, information is in the description box below and the about section of the page. Check me out again at holisticallyzenwv.com. Full products and service list on there, and I will be very happy to hear from you guys and help in any way that I can. So I'm wishing you a beautiful month of June. You all take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.